All right, give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Mother, father, gentleman. No?
No.
The guy who sang, was it Gangnam Style or whatever?
I don't even know who sang Gangnam Style.
Oh, that dude.
That guy. Okay. I didn't know you was a fan. Okay.
My kid is. That's another song.
You can't blame everything on your kid, man. I'm listening to Sabrina Carpenter because my kid. No, man.
I probably will one day if she discovers it, and I'll have to hear it over and over and over.
Get out of jail free pass. What are we talking about? Oh, this is a podcast. Okay. Yeah. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies Nerds. You bully host Leroy, aka Too Hard for the Radio, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Burger Banter.
There you go. All right. And also want to give a shout out to our third co-host, the AI. So they're collecting enough data on us so they can do this podcast without us. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And one day they will.
And one day they will, very soon. All right, so now let's jump into the show. Like I said, don't have a whole lot of show. We got a lot of show for you, but don't worry. If you're here, we are going to talk about a review of, look at that.
Wow.
Masters of the Universe.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. He-Man.
Anyway, back to the show. All right. Also, while you're here, hit that little button right there. Look at them graphics. Some graphics in there. Okay. So, but before we get to Eli, I want to do a side quest while we're here. Because the thing is, it's June.
Okay.
And June is probably for Pride Month.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we do a lot of superhero. Anytime there's a holiday coming up or a big month or something like that, we always post like superheroes that do such and such, blah, 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 blah. And I figure, like, you know what? We should do Pride Month also.
Okay.
Let's be allies.
Sure.
I know you think this is going to go sideways, but it's not. Or it might. I don't know. Even I don't know at this point.
I don't like using that term because I feel like when people say, I feel like whenever say I'm an ally, I feel like they're kind of douchey. Like they're saying, "Oh, look at me," you know.
That may fit us. I don't know.
But yeah.
We'll see.
Just do it. Quit.
Just do it. Okay, here we go.
Fucking do it, man.
The Pride superhero.
I'm what you know what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. Whatever I say, Eli endorse it. So anyway, the Pride superhero we're going to announce this week. Yeah, I might keep this going next week. We'll see how it goes. Oh shit. No, not He-Man. Fuck.
Well, he could be.
He could be, but not this week. Anyway, we got Bam.
All three of them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's 3 weeks. We got almost a whole month covered.
This is a bonus. It's a bonus. That's all. For those who don't know, yes, this is Kenny. I don't know how people. The reason, like I said, we did a YouTube video on this that did like 8,000 views on it because we talked about this because people don't know about this for some reason. And as it happened, Marvel tried to cover it up like it never happened. But Marvel, we will never forget it happened. So yeah, for those who don't know about this whole thing, it's a storyline in the comics. It happened. So yeah. That's why they count.
The map on Krakoa, wasn't it the map? Or no, it showed the diagram of their bedrooms or something.
Yes, they were all connected together, and yeah, like I said, it counts. So yeah, let me say if you go on the next part podcast.
Sure.
Just wait till you see who I got next week.
Is it Aqualad?
No, that's too easy. No.
Okay.
let's dig deeper in that.
Okay. So, well, let me do it. I'll have one too. Then
I'll have one. You'll have one.
I got some people that aren't officially gay, but I think are gay. And when I said they're gay, it pisses off people and shit like that.
Can't be He-Man.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Can't be Skeletor.
Oh, okay.
Too easy.
Well, fuck this then.
All right. So anyway, what we're gonna do? We're gonna keep the thing going. Like I said, before we get to He-Man, we do want to bring back the old classic. Eli, you know where we're going with it.
Okay.
So you got to give it to me. What is the number one movie of the week?
Is it He-Man? No
No.
shit.
Any franchise movie will never be number one again. That's what it is. Mortal Kombat, Man Little Girl Group, no, all out of the board. Well, the one we have is give it to me. Bam. Hold it up.
Oh, Scary Movie. Well, that's a franchise.
It is a franchise. Yeah. What are we on? 5, 6? I don't know what we're on right now. It's just a Scary Movie. That's all it is. It's a reboot, but it's not a reboot.
Yeah.
So that was number. Yeah. So that was the number one movie this week, which was kind of crazy. Like, okay, so an R-rated movie of a like 20-year-old franchise beat Star Wars, beat He-Man, beat Anne Hathaway, everybody. So it's just back. It's just killing right now. So yeah, good job for them. Of course, Backrooms and Obsession is still hanging in there. Also, the two indie Gen Z horror movies that we made from YouTube directors, stuff like that.
150,000, yeah, or 150 million, 135 million, yeah.
That's just this week. No, Obsession is killing right now. Here's the thing about Obsession. Obsession was supposed to be on digital already, but it's killing at the box office right now. They pushed it back. Yeah. But you know what hits digital today?
What's that?
Mortal Kombat.
Is a movie? Oh,
Mortal Kombat. Yeah. They already pulling out the thing like, yeah, we're good. We're
I was thinking about watching that the new RZA movie, but I didn't get.
What RZA movie?
He's got that. Was it something about a cup of chocolate or some shit?
Yeah. No.
I thought about checking it out. But
let me know. Do a review and we'll circle back. Okay. So let's go to right now. So yeah, but how do you feel about these Gen Z horror movies, Eli? The Obsession.
I think, like I said, I think it's great that outsiders are. It kind of reminds me like when Terrifier made all that money. They have these outsiders outside the studio system. People just wanting to make movies for the fun of it, for the enjoyment, for the art, and then it and people and it resonating with audiences, and I think that's pretty cool.
But not just that, because like I said, these guys come from YouTube. It wasn't Backrooms like a YouTube. Short or something.
Yeah, I think it was like a short on you. Like it started out as a short.
Yeah.
And then they said, hey, we'll give you the studios, make this into a full-length feature, and he did.
Yeah, but you got people that have seen that short going to see this. So it's like I said, it's an adaptation of YouTube movies now.
I guess. I mean, yeah, and that's
Eli, we're old as fuck now. I'm just saying.
Well, and this is
if that's where things are going.
And what I am concerned with, and because it's how Hollywood is. The studios are like, oh, look at this thing that's making all this money. Like these YouTubers are making these movies and they're killing it at the box office. So you know what we need? We need to go find YouTubers and get them to make movies. And like, no, don't get Joe Rogan to make a movie. Who's got the biggest following? Don't get Mr. Beast or Logan Paul or
Charlemagne the God or some shit.
Yeah, don't get some asshole. To make an influence. The thing about these guys, they actually wanted to make movies, so they used YouTube as a way to do it. Whereas those guys are influencers. They're content creators. They're douchebags on the mic, sticking their phones in their faces, running around doing bullshit. That's not filmmaking.
They have no talent whatsoever. They just on camera.
They're just on camera doing dumb shit. 10-second clips. That's not filmmaking. These guys are actual filmmakers. And so that's what I'm hoping. Oh, let's get some, who's got the highest followers on YouTube or TikTok. Let's get that asshole to make a movie. Like, no. These guys, the guys who made a Backroom and Obsession, they actually want to make movies,
Right. So speaking of the movie that ends, because like I said, we're talking about He-Man. We're going to talk about He-Man. Where is He-Man? Number 2. So that's pretty good right there. Funny thing about that, we're talking about people that have a passion for filmmaking and all stuff like that. I just found out the director of He-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know about this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a Nepo baby.
Yeah, he was a rapper.
He was a rapper. Yes. He was a 90s rapper. And his dad owns Nike.
He's the guy who owned Nike, yeah.
Yeah. And that's how he became a rapper, because his dad bought out the record studio.
Yeah, they got the fucking Bomb Squad to do his beats and shit.
Right. Hell, I think the movie studio he's in now, his dad bought it.
Yeah. His dad bought that. He did the Kubo and the 7 strings or whatever. Those animations. That's how he started. So, yeah.
Hey, Whatever way you can do it, get in there. Okay. So now we can get into it. We're going to talk about He-Man. I'm sorry, Masters of the Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Eli, that shit confused the shit out of me when I was a kid because I wanted He-Man toys. Like, what the fuck is Masters of the Universe? I want He-Man. So I'm looking around for it and shit like that, can't find it. So yeah, I never called this shit Masters of the Universe. Did you ever call it Masters of the Universe?
No, it was called He-Man.
Nobody ever called it Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
It was He-Man. But here's my thing. Why is He-Man, but we don't call it Transformers Optimus Prime or, G.I. Joe Snake Eyes or anything like that? Why don't we do that?
Because that was the theme song.
He-Man.
He-Man and the Masters of it was He-Man and
the Masters of the Universe. Yeah. What was it? Was it ever He-Man and Masters of the Universe, or was it just Masters of the Universe?
The cartoon was technically called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Did He-Man actually show up in the title credits of the cartoon?
He was the first.
Or is that just a Mandela effect?
No, he can. I am Prince Adam.
I know that. I know he said it. I'm Prince Adam. I turned to He-Man. I got my pet tiger, shit like that. But in the title sequence, did it actually say He-Man and Master Universe, or was it just Master Universe? Because I feel like we're in the middle of a Mandela effect.
I'm pretty sure it said He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Eli,
I'm gonna look it up.
I think we're in an alternate universe, Eli. You might want to look it up.
You
play it because I can't play. I can't play it.
Yeah.
I think we've all been fooled.
I'll look it up while you
look up on like watch the 80s credit scene. And please don't play music on the car because we might get flagged for that too. Yeah, but just to see if it says He-Man and Master Universe or just Master Universe.
Look at that shit. It pops right up.
He-Man?
I put a He-Man and it said He-Man and the Masters of the Universe American animated series.
Okay. Okay, so it wasn't food. Okay, it was there. All right. So now let's talk about He-Man and Master of the Universe. Now, the thing is, normally when we do these things, we don't do like a deep lore dive and shit like that, but all cards on the table, full disclosure, I don't really give a shit about He-Man. I never really did. Really? It was young.
I thought you said you had the toys. No, that was, I'm thinking.
I had the toys. I didn't give a shit about them.
You said you were into the Thundercats.
I was in a Thundercats, yes.
Yeah.
Now, when they make a Thundercats one, I'm going to be all over that shit. Yeah, but He-Man, it's like whatever. So if you expect me to do a deep lore dive on He-Man, it ain't going to happen. No.
I can.
You can. Eli, give us some He-Man lore, some shit.
What do you want? You want the toys, how the toys are made? Or how?
Fuck, just
did you know that George Lucas is partially responsible for He-Man?
Now, how was that? Because that's news to me.
Okay. Well, you know George Lucas, he made this little space movie called Star Wars back in the 70s.
I've seen it once or twice.
Yeah, you may have heard of it. Yeah.
We talked about it on this podcast. About 200 out of the 400 episodes we have, but
a little indie film called Star Wars, space adventure movie. And back in the 70s, and when he was making it, he was looking to make merchandise. So he wanted to make toys, and he shopped the merchandise rights to all these toy companies. And he went to Mattel. They did Barbie and a bunch of shit. And they're like, nah, man, we ain't interested. And movie franchise toys don't ever sell. So no, they turned them down. So George Lucas went to Kenner. Kenner made Star Wars toys, biggest selling toys of all time. The rest is history.
Yeah, George I think Lucas, he made more money off the toy merchandise than he did off the movies, which he owned the toy merchandise and he didn't own the movie rights. So he made more money than the studio made.
Yeah, so George Lucas became a cajillionaire and Kenner went in down as the biggest, toy makers of all time and all that shit. And Mattel was like, shit. Man, we fucked up. We should have got Star Wars. So you know what we need? We need to make a toy. We need to make action figures for boys because that's everyone's into Star Wars. So what do? So they had 3 ideas. They were going to do an army guy, a space guy, and a barbarian guy. Those were their 3 ideas. And the barbarian guy was the one. Yeah, let's do the barbarian. And that's what.
But he was a barbarian. Space was kind of like they had the cake and eat it too.
Yeah. But they said the barbarian guy, let's do the muscle-bound dude with the axe. Let's make that our toy line.
Because that was right around the time Conan came out.
Yeah, that's eventually would go on to become He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. So it wasn't for George Lucas, or Mattel not turning down George Lucas for Star Wars. They would have probably never have came up with He-Man. So there you go. Some lore.
That's okay. I did not know that. Okay, appreciate you. I knew you were gonna come through. So yeah. All right. So like I said, that's He-Man. Or like I said, for those who don't know, He-Man started as toys. That's what the thing. This whole thing brought about toys. So yeah. The cartoon was just a 30-minute toy commercial. That's all it was. So
yeah, basically.
What do we got?
That's what G.I. Joe was. Oh, hey, what's
Transformers
up?
was, and
2
o'clock stream. Wait. Oh, shout out to you. Okay, I know who that is. All right. So like I said, we got He-Man, we got, and the thing that's funny you say that because you can feel the influence of Star Wars on He-Man.
Yeah. It did take place in a fantasy realm, but it incorporated sci-fi and space elements.
Look, He-Man is Conan, Star Wars, and Superman.
Yeah.
The 3 most popular things in the 80s. Because like I said, you had a Superman movie with Christopher Reeves, you had Star Wars, and you had Conan. Mm-hmm. 3 things boys love. Put that shit in one thing and it sells like hotcakes. That's what they did. Because basically it's Conan in space. That's what it is. But you also got these weird ass Flash Gordon, and he's got superpowers and shit. So it's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever you want to be. So that's why it hit. So that being said, can we talk about the movie now?
Go ahead.
Okay. You kind of saw it, not really saw it, but you did see it.
I didn't see it. I didn't go to the theater to see it. They're uploading everything to TikTok, so I saw a bunch of clips on TikTok. So that kind of sort of,
that's how we all watch movies.
Yeah, I kind of sort of. I guess I could say I saw it. They're
Close
uploading.
enough.
They're spoiling the shit out of it on TikTok. They're uploading whole scenes and shit. So
all right.
Nothing's sacred anymore.
Nothing's sacred anymore. So let's go. Okay. All right. So what do I think about the movie? Now, first, I'm gonna start out with this movie saying that honestly, it's exactly what you think the movie is gonna be. Because one thing I did like about this movie, and maybe people some hate about it, that I feel like it is the most accurate adaptation you can have of a Saturday morning cartoon. It's pretty much that. So basically what you got is a live action Saturday morning cartoon. That's what it is. Yeah. It's not like what these other movies where they're kind of scared to kind of go there, or they're trying to rationalize why they did shit like that. No, it's just He-Man on the screen. Mm-hmm. So I think they did a good job of it. I mean, like I said, the set design, good, costumes, good, acting's pretty good. I feel like, here's the thing that I do feel like everybody in this movie were He-Man fans. For the most part, people play the movie kind of, it's of course, there's a goofy ass concept and shit like that, but I think everybody plays it straight. They don't pretty much look at the camera and wink at and stuff like that, except for your boy, Skeletor.
I have seen, he's pretty much hamming it up.
Which he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Some people don't like that. They thought Skeletor was supposed to be more evil and malicious like that. Like that was never Skeletor.
He was never like that in the cartoon. He's basically
he was never like that in the cartoon.
Yeah, they basically took the cartoon version of Skeletor and put him on screen.
Yeah,
he's kind of a bumbling idiot. Skeletor was always kind of a bumbling idiot.
Yeah, always saying stupid shit, kind of winking at the camera, kind of saying the stuff that you want. Like that's what Skeletor is. He was never evil, anything like that, or malicious, or kick kittens and shit like that. No, he was just a goofy dude, and he was a goofy dude in this one. Yeah, he got a little bit scarier voice than what I normally used to, but it's Skeletor would just like that. I didn't know until I looked at the credits that was Jared Leto.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah, so this is the second movie that I like Jared Leto in, ever of all time. The only other movie I liked him in, when Brad Pitt beat the shit out of him in Fight Club. That was it. That's the only two movies I ever liked Jared Leto.
I forgot he was in that.
Everybody did. But yeah, every time I see him, hey, that's the dude that Brad Pitt beat the shit out of. That's the only thing I remember him from. So every movie y'all in. The He-Man guy. Let me see what his name. Yeah, the He-Man guy. I thought he was okay. I thought he was pretty good.
Okay.
People saying he too small and too tiny, stuff like that. I don't think so. I think he was He-Man E, something like that. He-Man E. I thought he was like that. I mean, first off, when he was Adam, walking around Adam with the pink shirt on, his muscles were popping out the shirt, which is kind of hilarious to me because he's acting like this weak ass, pussy punk bitch like that. I'm so weak like that, but you could tell the dude is swole, But that's what the 80s cartoon was like that too.
Like Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Yeah,
it's just like fucking gigantic and shit. And
right, just why are you acting like this, man? Look at you, man.
He goes into that bar. He goes in that bar, and the dudes are trying to bully him. Like he's bigger than all the bullies and shit.
Right. So he's just like, how will you get away with this? But they do it in the movie. So yeah. So all they doing was just turn to He-Man. He just taking shit out. People are like, but I thought Adam was smaller. Like, no, 1980s cartoon.
No, he's basically a different, the toy. They're basically the same figure.
And that's the thing, because they didn't want to make a different toy.
No, they all had the same body.
They all had the same
role.
body. They had the same build. Skeletor had the same build, which you think Skeletor would probably be like a little weaker wizard guy. Nah, same build as He-Man. So all they did was just use the same toy, took the head off and repainted it, and that's it. They call it a day. They weren't gonna make a new build or body just for Adam. No.
Every toy, every figure, except for the female, and even the female figures, they all had the same body. Like every
Sorceress, T-Law, stuff like that. Yeah,
Tila,
so they had two.
Evil Lynn.
Yeah, Evil Lynn, stuff like that. But they knew they weren't going to sell those toys anyway, so they just sold the boys' toys. But all the boys' toys were the same toy, just recolored. So they weren't going to make Adam a smaller guy, even though it would have made sense. But they had
the same facial expression.
They didn't even change the hair.
They didn't change the
hair was the same. So man, it's great. Like I said, it's a lot of stupid shit that happened in the cartoon that we kind of just accepted, And I will say this: when the cartoon. when the movie is just playing the movie straight and, playing like a love letter to the cartoon, I was liking it. But whenever they was making fun of the cartoon and lampshades like that, I didn't like it.
You were offended?
I was offended, yeah. Like when I hold a lampshade on it, like, when Skeletor doing his evil laugh and everybody looking at me shit like that, like, man, what you laughing for? Because that shit he did in the cartoon. So, yeah. So I thought that was thing. Like I said, the dude is playing like He-Man, stuff like that. Like, of course, when He-Man was in the cartoon, Adam, they had different personalities. Adam was all weak and shit like that, and He-Man was, He-Man, it's like that. But in this one, since he's learning how to become He-Man and basically becoming He-Man, he's still basically kind of like a 10-year-old in the movie, like a mind of a 10-year-old, but as a man of a body, kind of like Peter Pan type, or Shazam, kind of like that. Kind of like that. So yeah, different, but I kind of went with it. Like this, just what they doing. What else we got? Also, Idris Elba as Man of Arms. He was awesome in that. I mean, like I said, he can do these roles in his sleep nowadays. This whole sci-fi fantasy shit. That's just what he does. He had his whole arc going on where he was, he got his ass kicked, and he's trying to, And the funny thing about Idris Elba that he's old enough now that he can play the, the grizzled veteran mentor type guy because he's at the age now. So now he's got to basically be a man past his prime trying to, help out everything. So I thought it was pretty cool like that. What is going on in this movie? Now, here's the thing about this movie. Like I said, this movie is exactly what you think it's going to be. It's He-Man fighting the Skull-Faced Demon with a whole bunch of monster armies and save the universe and all this shit like that. It's what you expected. Is the movie anything more than that? That's the thing. That's the question I wanted to see about that one.
What are the deeper themes? What's the socio-political comment?
Are you ready to go there,
Masters of the Universe?
Are you ready to go there?
That's what we do, man.
Are we really going to deconstruct He-Man? Yes, we are. Yes, we're going to. Okay. Because here's the thing about this movie. Like, we talked about He-Man, we talked about Star Wars, all like shit. But here's the thing, Eli. There's one reason why this movie was greenlit. Now, we know they've been trying to make a He-Man movie for 20 years and shit like that. But there's one reason why this movie exists. Barbie.
Oh, yeah.
Both are owned by Mattel. Barbie did $1 billion. So now Mattel is emptying the crate on anything they got. What's that, shooting ladders and shit? They're making that movie. I don't know. Maybe I heard that on a rumor or something like that. But the point is, anything Mattel owns, they're about to make a movie of it. So yeah. So of course they're going to start with the heavy hitters first. But the point is, Barbie did $1 billion. So we're going to do that. Now the thing about Barbie, it's always been the case that Barbie and He-Man are two coins of the two sides of the same coin. Barbie is for girls, He-Man is for boys. That's what it is. Now, in the Barbie movie, Eli, did you ever see it?
No.
Spoilers. That the movie is a deconstruction of womanhood in Barbie.
That's what I've heard. I've seen clips.
And that's the whole movie. That's what the whole movie is. Like everything else take a back seat to that. Is He-Man doing the same
Oppenheimer?
Thing? And Oppenheimer, backpedal on Oppenheimer.
I didn't see that either. So
don't worry. But does He-Man do the same thing? Is He-Man an examination of manhood or masculinity? And here's my thing, Eli. Like, did you catch any of that when you watching TikTok and all that shit like that?
I did. I did not. I saw this thing about where Skeletor was in the human resource.
I tried to find that clip. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. Plus, I
saw that. He's like, you got a big sword between your thighs or some shit. I was like, oh, yes. Okay. The sword is a phallic symbol.
And it's always been that way since the 80s.
The power. Yeah, that's always been a thing.
It's always been a thing. And it's funny, Eli, because the whole time in the movie, because that's pretty much what the plot of the movie was. Like I said, he's this weak ass. Well, he ain't really a weak ass dude. He like the swole ass dude, but he acted weak. He like, when I find my big sword, I can be a man. I can be the man, stuff like that. And I'm thinking it's just gonna be subtext through the whole movie, like, idiots like us gonna break the shit down later on, something like that. And I'm like, okay, the movie's not gonna address what they're hinting at. And then Skeletor just says it.
Yeah.
He just says it. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Because you expect him to say it because he's a fucking asshole. He's like, oh, you think you're a big man because you got this big sword between your legs like that? Like, oh fuck, they said it. Okay, so yeah. So yes, this movie, the sword is a phallic symbol, and not just He-Man. Pretty much any movie with a giant sword or a giant gun and shit like that is a phallic symbol.
Yeah.
Just read some Sigmund Freud one day. It's all in there. That's why we're kind of attracted. That's why you got these movies with it's always the guy with the biggest gun, always the guy with the biggest sword. He's the most powerful.
Even with the cartoon, when He-Man said, I have the power, the creator said that resonated with young boys.
Yeah. But the young boys don't know why it resonates. That's the thing.
They are in charge. They felt in charge, or they felt, they felt, I don't want to say authoritarian, but they, you know what I mean? They felt confidence from that. That always, resonated.
He-Man is a power fantasy. He-Man is the power fantasy.
Yeah.
For little boys. You're big, you're strong, you're swole. You don't even have to wear a shirt anywhere. You have a big giant sword. You have super strength and superpowers like that. You're in space, saving whatever the fuck, fighting evil demons, shit like that. It's a power fantasy.
Throwing all the monsters in the mud.
Boys. But let me go back to it. Like I said, going to deconstruction of actually the movie of He-Man, because I think this movie does sneak in some examinations of masculinity. Like I said, that is one of them, where he's just this weak ass little boy until he finds the big giant sword. And since he got the biggest sword, he's the most powerful man. Also about masculinity, how he, his deal with his father, where he wants to be independent of his father, but at the same time wants the approval of the father. So you got where the social construct of masculinity is passed down from generation, or when he's handling older generations, like it's a big conversation we can have about Idris Elba in this movie, where he's like the baddest ass dude in the movie until he gets his ass kicked. When he gets his ass kicked, the rest of the movie, he's emasculated. Now his daughter Tila is taking care of him, stuff like that. It's all in the movie. Like, it's very much subtext in the background of the movie, because, like I said, the forefront of the movie is He-Man fighting monsters like that. It's not all into the back scene of him, but it is an interesting scene when him and Man of Arms are actually talking about their feelings. Like, where is Adam at an emotional state when men don't have conversations like that? Not men.
Especially not in the 80s.
Not in the 80s. They didn't have those conversations like that. But here's the thing. In the 2020s, we have to have these conversations, Eli. We have to have, where is your mental state right now? How do you feel?
Yeah.
That's not shit we talked about back then, but they go there in this movie. And you can tell the funny thing about it, because, like I said, it's supposed to be like the manliest man in the movie, shit like that. So when he's having this conversation with Adam, he's just like, I don't understand what this conversation is, man. I don't know. I want to whoop some ass. I don't want to sit here and talk about your feelings and shit. Yeah. But he has to, because, like I said, because the funny thing about Adam is that he works in human resources, so he has to learn not to fight, but how to de-escalate situations.
Yeah. And that is a new generation. That's the generational thing. Like, we're Gen X. We didn't talk about our feelings.
Right.
Therapy wasn't a thing. People who went to therapy were considered insane.
Right.
So don't cry. You're being a wuss. That's just how
walk it off. We all heard
walk it off. Yeah. Don't cry. You're being a wuss. That's how we were raised.
Right.
And this
and the crazy thing about it, like, our parents, our dads were even tougher than that.
Yeah.
And their dad was tougher than that. I've seen my granddaddy like dress down my dad left and right over some shit he did. So like, wow. So it's like each generation, I'm not gonna say gets less masculine, but
I think Gen X, this is the kind of bore the brunt of the boomers to make, so we just don't give a shit. That's why we let the millennials and alpha and Z or whatever, all these other generations, just like, whatever, who cares? Do what you want. And that's what I did notice about my kids. I noticed like this younger generation, yes, they are very much into discussing their feelings and their emotions, and
which we did not do that.
We did not do that.
We still don't do that shit.
We still don't do that. They like doing that shit. They like their coworkers. Like it's weird.
Hang out with them after work.
They like hanging out with their coworkers and shit. It's a weird thing.
Right. So like when I clock out, I don't know you.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah.
So it's a weird thing. Like I said, it's very much in the background of the movie, and most people won't pick up on it because they just want to see just the action like that. But it's there. The movie addresses this stuff. And just like we talk about masculinity, Skeletor represents toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Because like I said, he's Skeletor. Like I said, he pretty much abuses Evil Lynn anytime she's on screen.
I saw that scene. I was like, holy shit. I saw somebody uploaded that scene where she's telling him, you got to take the sword to Castle Grayskull. And I'm like, holy fuck, that's kind of shitty. Like I was taken back, I thought, because most of the scenes that I've seen are like kind of like goofy, and I can see it's all tongue in cheek, and they're not taking it too seriously. But when I saw that scene where he picks her up and throws her down by her throat, and I'm like, holy shit, he's like really, he's like abusing Evil Lynn.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. And I was like, don't take that shit, Evil Lynn. Kick his ass.
But it was weird because like she was into it.
Okay, I didn't see that scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like anytime it was done, like she was into it, like she was liking that shit. I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with these two. So yeah, so yeah, that's going on with
in their shit. I ain't gonna kick.
Yeah, it felt like yes, it was all in there. So I don't know what the fuck was going on there, but yeah, it was definitely there. Oh. And that's the thing I wanted to dig into the movie. Also, I want not just masculine about that, but the fact, like I said, Adam, the whole point of the movie is that, like I said, he was raised on Eternia, the other planets like that, but he had to escape because he was getting hunted by Skeletor when he was 10 years old. So he still remembers everything on the planet up till 10 years old. But the point is, mentally, he never got past that. So even in adulthood, he was still stuck in his fantasy world. Do you see where we're going with this?
Okay, yeah.
The movie is hinting at it. The movie's touching on it, but it just don't flat out tell you that. And most people ain't going to catch on that. But it's basically like this grown man is still stuck into this, boy childhood fantasy world. And basically the only thing he remembers of Eternia, he drew on it. So basically, his fantasy world is his drawings, and that's what he's stuck on. And that's when I thought for a second that the movie was going to get into some weird 12 Monkeys type shit. Where like I'm going to spoil it for you. Like I thought for a second the movie was hinting at like Eternia was just made up in his head.
Okay.
Like he just made this shit. That's why I thought when he was like dealing with Skeletor and shit, like when Skeletor was in the HR office, like okay, so he just made all this shit up. Like it's just all in his head. It's like it's Fight Club or some shit.
It's Fight Club.
Yeah, like that. So like Skeletor ain't here. He ain't in space right now. He just stuck in his HR office. He just don't want to grow up. That's what it is right now. So the movie hints at it, but it never really goes there. But it basically saying that, you got to make a choice. Because the boss was telling like all this weird fantasy nerd shit you got like that, cut the shit out of him and fire your ass. So he has to choose between fantasy world and adulthood. Like they basically has an ultimatum in there. And I thought, there's a whole lot of interesting stuff in there, man. But the movie just hints at it. Like where Barbie, all that women shit, front of the movie. The plot took a back seat. This is like in the back seat of this. But really at the forefront is the action, blah, whatever like that. But the trippy 12 Monkeys, Peter Pan type shit, it's in the background. As our movie's going to go a little bit harder with that one. But if you went that hard, now you got a different movie.
Yeah.
So you can't really, really go there. But the movie absolutely is a commentary on masculinity, positive masculinity, toxic masculinity, the whole thing. So
Skeletor was Tyler Durden.
Yes, Fight Club was very much an examination of toxic masculinity,
and that's what people kind of.
And they kind of missed the point.
All the alpha dude bros kind of missed that.
Right. They identify with him like, he's like me. No, he's not supposed to be like you. Like you missed the point of the movie. So yeah, it's kind of like thinking Homelander was a hero.
The first rule of Grayskull is we do not talk about Grayskull.
Right. So it's very interesting stuff they do. And the funny thing about it, like the final fight, He-Man tries to talk it out with Skeletor. He tries to de-escalate the situation. But, Skeletor's
just reminded me of the Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah, because that's what Wonder Woman does.
Wonder Woman was trying to be diplomatic until she had to just whoop ass.
Right. So very crazy, man. So I thought that was interesting. But that's one thing about the movie. On the surface level of it, it's a very standard, get the job done type movie. But underneath it, under the other layer of the movie, is trying to say something. So, That's what I think. I think other, sources and channels out there are going to deep dive into this shit a lot more than I did. I'm just being surface level at the point right now. I'm just saying there's some stuff going on in this movie. So
yeah.
But for the most part, it's just your standard action movie, So
yeah,
and that's mostly what people are going to take away from it.
Yeah. Well, we that's just what we do around here. We go deep.
Yeah. On He-Man.
On He-Man. And,
right.
Yeah.
But what else I got? But yeah, I think that's all the notes I got, man. I think that's all I'm saying.
So you had He-Man toys?
I did have He-Man toys. I had no choice but to have He-Man toys. But I didn't really care for them. Like Transformers, I love. Thundercats, love. What's another one I love? Of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, love that. Didn't care for G.I. Joe because they were cheaply made. Anytime I had a G.I. Joe toy, they always tore up. So because my G.I. Joe toys tore up, I hated the cartoon. I just related to it. So.
No, I always wanted He-Man toys, but I never got them. I remember somebody it was either my birthday or Christmas, somebody got me Man-at-Arms, and I thought that was the shittiest thing.
I think I had Man-at-Arms. I had Man-at-Arms. I had He-Man. I think I had Castle Grayskull, like the whole castle.
Yeah, I wanted all that shit, but I never got them. I did watch the cartoon every day. It came down every day after school. So yeah, I watched it. I wanted them, but I just never got them. I had a friend who had all that shit. He had Castle Grayskull and all the figures, and he was kind of an asshole. He wouldn't let me play with shit. Like I'd go over to his house and shit, and we'd be hanging out, and he'd say, "Hey, you can stay here and watch TV. I'm gonna go upstairs and play with my He-Man toys, but you can't by myself."
Well,
like, okay, dick.
Well, you better than me because I had a cousin came over and would like tear my Thundercats, like rip the heads off and shit like that. So
yeah.
To this day, I hate him. So yeah,
yeah, we all had that cousin that fucking sucked with toys.
Right. Like, why are you doing it, man? Just to be an asshole for no reason? So, okay. All right. So that's all I got. Okay, I'm gonna kind of slap a rating on it and be done with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
That's like I said, it has some surface layers stuff going underneath it, but for the most part, it's just if you watch the cartoon, it's the live action version of that cartoon. One thing I did like, okay, you know how all the characters in He-Man got these weird ass names like Man-at-Arms and Trapjaw and shit like that. So how did they get their names in this movie? Like, dude, and the thing is, he calls them in this movie. So the thing is, like I said, they're all drawings he has in his folder, but he remembers what they look like, but he can't remember their names. So he just calls them whatever. You're Man-at-Arms, you're Mechanic, you're Trapjaw like that. And for some reason, when he calls them that, the name sticks. They just call themselves that.
You're Fisto.
You're Fisto. You fist people. Like, okay. And they just call him that because he just called him that.
Man, yeah.
Yeah. And his name is He-Man because he's like, that's the name I gave myself. I'm He-Man. I'm a manly man. So, yeah.
Stinkor or Stinko. What was his name? Stinkor?
Stinkor, yeah. Oh, and you talking about Orko.
Yeah, Orko. I saw that.
Orko was a after credit scene.
I saw that because that was in the cartoon where there was always a lesson.
Yeah.
After every cartoon, like same thing with G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
There was always
I think that was mandated at the time. They had to have you couldn't have a cartoon without a lesson at the end of it.
It was
because it had to be educational.
Yeah, it was the Reagan era.
So that was how they got around it. Like it had to be educational. Okay, throw some bullshit at the end of it. Now no one's half the battle and shit. So yeah.
Yeah. So there was always a lesson to be learned after every episode of He-Man, and I saw that.
Yeah, which I did appreciate that because the message Orko gave was the theme of the movie. And nowadays, Eli, people don't pick up on themes of movies and meanings of movies like that. So he basically told you what the movie was about at the end of it.
It's just a movie.
Right.
Don't get all woke with it.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, from what I've seen, the scenes that I've seen on TikTok and that they've been dumping on the internet, it does seem like I'll leave your brain at the door type of movie.
It very much is. It's He-Man. It's the cartoon.
Yeah. It sounds like if you're a fan of the cartoon, if you're a fan of the toys, you'll probably like it. And I've enjoyed what I've seen from those clips. And I mean, I still want to see it. Like I want to see this. I wanted to see this movie more than Star Wars, which is weird as fuck to me.
I'll put like this. I like this better Mandalorian Grogu.
Did you see that?
We reviewed it.
No, we didn't. I didn't see it. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did we?
That must have been the week we took off.
Hold up. No. I thought we did that.
No, we never reviewed, man. I didn't see the
No,
movie.
we didn't. You're right. We did take out the week. Okay. Why do I think? Okay, that's a Mandela effect. Okay. I'm thinking about a whole episode we never did. So yeah, I saw Mandalorian Grogu. I like the movie better than Mandalorian Grogu. So I can do a review of Mandalorian Grogu since we didn't talk about it. Very briefly. Very briefly.
Oh, so you saw it? You did see it?
I did see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was going to talk about it. I had notes and everything before we never did it. So yeah.
Yeah, then my internet went out. So
yeah, that's why I thought we did it, but we never did it. So yeah, very brief. The reason I like this movie better than Mandalorian Grogu, because Mandalorian Grogu was actually a really fun ass movie. But the point is, there was a 30-minute segment where the movie just dies. Not interesting at all. I'm just like, oh shit, please end. And I can tell you what it is, when you see it, you'll know. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So He-Man didn't have any dead spots like that. He-Man was pretty much an enjoyable movie the whole time. Where Mandalorian Grogu had some higher end spots where it was funner, but like I said, but you had that dead end spot which is like, fucking end. And it was a little bit too long for its own good.
I know, it's like 2.5 hours and shit. I saw like
also, I think that He-Man is more of a kids movie. I like that rated PG-13, but it really could be rated PG, then it's fine like that. Where I think Mandalorian and Grogu kind of fucked up. Because, like I said, you got this little cute green magic baby on the cover of the movie, and you got a whole bunch of parents and kids going to see, let's go watch Baby Yoda, just like that. But the movie opens up with the Mandalorian setting space Nazis on fire. So a lot of parents saw that shit, and actually a lot of them just left. Like at the opening scene, they're like, I didn't come to see this shit. So it had tonal shifts in Mandalorian Grogu, and that's the main problem of that movie, where it didn't know what it wanted to be or who it wanted to market itself to. That's the problem. And the movie had no identity. Where He-Man knew what it wanted to be. It was He-Man, a live action. That's what it was. Where Mandalorian Grogu was kind of all over the place. So you'd be like, okay, this is fun. This sucks. Back and forth.
That's pretty much what Star Wars is.
Pretty what Star Wars is. So yeah.
That's what Star Wars is now. It's kind of fun, but it also sucks.
Right. And that's Mandalorian Grogu. Cool. Mandalorian Grogu is the sum of Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not.
Yeah. And that's that movie. So yeah.
Yeah. Well,
shoot.
I'll give a rating on He-Man on judging by the
give your TikTok rating on He-Man. So
judging by the scenes that I have seen.
Yeah.
Of He-Man, I will give it a 5 out of 5.
What the fuck? Okay.
An 8 out of 5. Swords, phallic symbols. Power sword. I saw like they're showing like, dude, I don't know. It wasn't the effect to the extent of like Minecraft, but I've seen like theater, people are just bringing their phones in the theater. And,
they just film the whole thing.
And filming shit. But they're showing like people rate like when he did the I Have the Power, this motherfucker, did they have like sword popcorn buckets and shit? Because they're like raising everybody had swords in the theaters and shit. And
maybe they brought them. I don't know. I didn't see them.
Yeah, and I've been been going out to the stores looking for He-Man toys, and I've only seen like a couple of figures, like He-Man and Man-at-Arms. I don't want any of them. But right. I want like the villains. I want like Skeletor and Trapjaw
and yes.
And I want a sword. I would like to have a sword. I want a power sword.
You want a giant phallic symbol?
Yeah, man, hell yeah! Because give me my confidence and shit. 'Cause that's what I need.
Freud would have a field day with you, but okay.
Yeah, that's what it means to be a man.
Right. Oh shoot. Okay, can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Yeah.
I think we spent enough time on He-Man, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about the video game section. Video game section, we'll talk about it because a whole bunch of video games dropped this week. And I'm just gonna talk about them, just talk about them, see what we got. First one we got here is Boot. Okay, this one. Come here, you. Okay, so like I said, the one of the games that dropped we got coming out is Wolverine.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. It kind of looks like every PlayStation game, Uncharted, and Last of Us, all like that, but you just more bloody and you kill people and shit like that. Matter of fact, this is a mission in Uncharted. This is like directly ripped from Uncharted. So yeah. But that one, moving on past that, we can also talk about this one because this is the one that's got everybody's panties in a bunch right here.
Okay. Good. Oh yeah.
God of War, Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. Also known as well, I won't say what it's known as. Let's just say a lot of people on the internet have been, well, they've been exactly what you expect. Like I said, it's a God of War movie, a God of War game, not starring God of War, starring a woman. So the internet acting exactly, completely calm.
The internet is interneting.
The internet is
as usual.
Yeah, God of War Luffy. They're like, a woman in a God of War game. I don't want to play as a woman. Like, oh shit, here we go again, man. First off, it's Kratos' wife. It ain't just some random ass chick in the movies like that. This is fucking wife. Like it's like Loki's mother in the game. That's why she's in there, stuff like that. Plus, all of it is supposed to bridge the gap from going from going to Norse mythology to other magic, because basically she like wakes up in hell and shit like that, and she like meeting other gods like Egyptian gods and all the other kind of gods, stuff like that. She got to fight like him, So I think it looks pretty. I think it looks pretty cool.
It looks pretty cool to me, but
it expands the story, shit like that. Jack Quaid is playing that bubble, that cube, whatever. Why?
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
Huey the Cube.
Yeah, boy, diabolical. So yeah, so that's what's going on with that. So I just like I like to say, look, but here's the thing, I can't play any of this shit.
Oh, it's on PS4 or whatever, or PS5.
Yeah, because remember I made that report a while ago where PlayStation 5 put out a mandate where none of the games coming to PC anymore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So Wolverine's not coming to PC. God of War Live, and the other God of War games are on PC. The other two, I have them right now. I can play them. I may stream them. I don't know. But God of War Luffy, not coming. So how the fuck I can't even complete the games? What the fuck are you doing, PlayStation?
That's how they get you, man.
So everybody pissed off something. So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played a God of War game since like the PS2. So.
Oh man, those are my favorites. I love those games. So, yeah. Yeah, but like, and these games play differently. I don't like them as much as I did the other PS2 games like that, but still, I want to play them. So I like to have that option. Also, another game that was announced. Let me see if I fuck this up.
Yeah, I saw that trailer. Yeah,
The Last Ronin. Okay, yeah. So, like I said, this is based on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic that we reviewed. Eli, that's my next project.
That was our book of one of our books of the year that year.
Yeah, it was like every book that came out we combined together. It was a book of the year. That was like every book that came out was a 5 out of 5 rating for us. Yeah. We loved it. It was awesome. Eli, you'd be surprised how many people don't know anything about the story.
Oh yeah. Well, they were supposed to make a movie that they dropped, so
and I'm glad they did.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna say why. Because the story that we got in The Last Ronin, I don't think the general public is ready for that. Or already Ninja Turtles movie, I don't think the general public is ready for that. They still want like the Nickelodeon toy level. They want He-Man. That's what they want.
Cowabunga, dude.
They want Cowabunga, dude. They want He-Man. That's what they want. So when you see a Ninja Turtles movie and it ain't He-Man and they're like cutting heads off and shit like that, like it's gonna be like Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh, let's get the fuck out of here. I think they were cute little turtles.
There's only one turtle left. Yeah, everyone's dead.
Yeah, that all the rest of them got killed and shit like that. Don't say who it was, Eli. Don't say who it was.
Oh yeah, that was the the impact of that story. It was finding out who it was.
We didn't know until the end of the first issue. They didn't tell us. Yeah.
It's sad. It's actually sad. Great fucking book. I got it in hardcover. I went and bought the hardcover collected trade.
Eli, that is my next project. After I finish what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna find those old. We're not gonna redo it. Don't worry.
Oh, you're talking about our reviews? Okay.
Yeah, because we've already done it, so we're just gonna just find them.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And so don't worry. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I'll take care of it. But yeah, like I said, this awesome. But a good or bad thing on the people that are making this game. Platinum Games, the same people that made Ninja Gaiden 4. Some people like that game. Some people hate that game. I liked it. It wasn't good as the other Ninja Gaiden games, but it's better than the worst Ninja Gaiden games. So it's like somewhere between.
But that gameplay is fun either way,
Yeah, like I said, they just made a Ninja game.
Yeah,
just make that same game with the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, just have Ninja Turtles cutting off heads and shit.
Yeah, like, Ninja Turtles, just a Ninja Turtle. It's just one Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, like the comics were. They did that in the old Mirage comics. Were very violent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Eli, they're not ready for the Mirage comics. That's what I'm saying. They want the 80s cartoons like they said, the Cowabunga shit. They don't want Mirage.
Yeah, the 40-year-old comic they're not ready for.
Right.
40-year-old comic.
The one that's based off Frank Miller comics and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like, you know.
Daredevil and shit.
Right, Daredevil and shit. Yeah. Oh shit. So yeah, that's what we got. Like, that's all I got on the video game. So can we move on to the next part podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, it's comic. No.
Oh yeah, we got. This is the sandwich. We're gonna.
Why'd you
The
talk
tasty
me into
morsel. This is the.
Why'd you talk me into this?
This is the pickle or the banana pepper or the jalapeno in the sandwich.
Okay. Give me just a second, because now that I just thought about that. Let me see. Okay, so the thing is, I'll go ahead and announce what I'm going to talk about right now. That we were supposed to do an interview, and I announced the interview last week, and people were waiting on me to do the interview. I was like, hey, we're going to do an interview. I'm going to have some people over here. We're going to do a whole panel, stuff like that. We're going to dig deep into this issue that's going on right now. I didn't get a chance to do it. The reason they get a chance to do it, and I don't even think I told you why I didn't do it.
Well, I thought because they canceled the whole campaign or whatever the fuck.
They canceled the whole campaign the day before they announced it. So yeah. So the campaign we're talking about, and I'm gonna throw this graphic up right here. There you go. The campaign we're talking about is DC Blackout. So there was a whole campaign going on right now called DC So White. That was the whole campaign right there. And we were going to dig into it. We were going to talk about, okay, I was going to bring on the creator of the whole DC So White campaign, like that. And he was rolling out, and he was going to come on this podcast, and he was going to explain what he's going to do. And the day he announced the DC Blackout, I was like, okay, come on, I got a chance for you. I'm going to get Eli was going to make it, but I had another a host, co-host signed up for it, and we were going to like break it down and tackle what's going on like that. Then the day after, he came and just said it's canceled. Because I think he got so much pushback from it, they just say, like, for instance, I think one of the reasons he decided to cancel because even though they don't have, but first off, the campaign is the DC Accord campaign is because DC hasn't had a black solo ongoing comic run since I think 2022. I think 2022.
This is I Am Batman.
Yeah. I Am Batman. That was the last ongoing series they had. Yes, they've had other series like Mr. Terrific and Black Lightning and Power Company and the Milestones, also like that.
Yeah, Milestone came back for a little bit. Yeah, they weren't ongoing.
They weren't ongoing. None of those books were ongoing. All of them were like 6 issues, get in, get out. They were announced as 6 issues and stuff like that, and that's it. So the only ongoing book they had was I Am Batman, which got canceled. They hadn't had anything since then. So basically what they were planning on doing with the DC Blackout was to boycott DC. But I don't know how long, I don't know the period of it was like that, until they get some, until they get an ongoing black book going on. But the reason they got some pushback on it, because one, they have some black creators at DC right now on ongoing books, even though they don't have any book. Zatanna is written and drawn by Jamal Campbell. Mm-hmm. Who is a black creator. Yes, Zatanna is not a black character, but you have a black creator at DC making moves right now. Stephanie Williams is on and off on Wonder Woman. When Tom King's ain't writing it, she's on it. And she's a black creator. So they have black creators right there. So if you boycott DC, you can't take the food out their pocket. On top of that, I think also because, like I said, this is Pride Month right now. So they would, fuck with the bits on that. So your boycott will mess up somebody else's movement going on right now. So, like I said, people want a Pride book right now. DC put out a Pride book, so we had this big this book boycott going on right now. DC gonna be like, "Well, this Pride book ain't selling. We gonna make no more Pride books, which is done." You're hurting somebody else's cause doing that. Mm-hmm. So, on top of that, they do have a black book at DC right now. You kind of moving the goalposts right now because Absolute Green Lantern has a black Green Lantern in there, not John Stewart, the other one that y'all don't know about. Okay, ongoing right now. On top of that, and here's the thing, I heard this through grapevine, Eli, because I have connections.
Wait, wasn't I'm not trying to play devil's advocate, but
yeah,
but that's canceled. That got canceled too. But was it Green Lantern? Was it War Journal? The one where John Stewart came back to Earth and he didn't have his.
Yes, and that was ongoing.
But it's done now. That's done now.
It's done, but it wasn't ongoing. It got canceled, but it was ongoing.
Yeah.
So the reason, we're not gonna count that. You should count that. It's his book. So, another thing, And here's the thing I heard going down the pipeline, which the creators knew about this. They have a black book coming out at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we don't know who. We don't know who's making it, but we know there's a book. Basically, it is like this whole, what are we on? Next Level, All In, whatever the fuck going on right now.
Yeah, All In.
This is the first wave of books.
Okay.
They were going to announce some more books down the pipeline. They just haven't announced yet, and one of the books was going to be a black superhero. Who it is, I don't know who it is, but the point was they were going to bring out a black one. They knew about it, and they started to black out anyway. Because I'm like the Black Illuminati, Eli, that you don't know about. I hear things. So I heard through the grapevine that this whole blackout thing right there, these guys were having conversations with DC directly. They have a pipeline with them, and DC was telling them all this stuff, and they decided to go with the boycott anyway. I probably shouldn't be telling you all this stuff, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So yeah, that's going on right now. So honestly, if we did have the debate, it was going to be a full-on debate. I was gonna have a lot of pushback on them. The co-host I'm gonna have to replace you, Eli, was gonna have to push back. I'm pretty sure if you were here, you were gonna have to push back too.
Oh yeah, like wasn't that guy the guest? Yeah, you were gonna have guests. We were gonna have guests. I was gonna have guests.
I was gonna have a panel to talk about this because it was a big deal going on right now.
Wasn't the other guy who like owned a comic book store?
Yes, because this would affect him directly.
Yeah.
So you're telling people not to come to his comic book shop? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
And he's a black comic book owner.
Yeah, and comic book stores are struggling.
Right. So you want to make them struggle some more? Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got off topic. Can we move on past that? Because I didn't. This is the reason I didn't want to go this route.
But yeah, I mean, and yeah, I understand the boycott. I understand it, and yes, it's an issue that should be addressed. You know, we would all like to see more diversity in comics. We all want to see ourselves. Oh, hold on. Let me get on. I'm gonna get on camera.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you know it's serious now.
Okay. I'm not black, but I ain't white either. But yeah, I'm Native American, and yes, I would like to see more natives in comics, which are very scarce. Right. So, boycott for me, I guess a boycott would just instead of not buying comics, I would say just focus on what you want to see. There's plenty of Native American creators out there doing comics. There's plenty of black creators out there doing comics, indie books. Go see. I put that energy in going seeking them out and supporting them instead of like, hey, we're not going to buy anything. You know, that's
a lot of people were saying it find the creators that are making stuff because they are out there. Yeah. That's
kind of where I was. My stance, and I understand it. I support the cause. Yes, I would like to see more diversity in comics, whether it be black, native, whoever, all, demographics.
But not a half-ass attempt.
Yes, which is
what we've been getting a lot of time. They put out a cyborg book.
Yeah.
And then wonder why nobody's buying it.
Yes, I only get to see native comics in Marvel every November because that's Native American Heritage Month. Right.
Or a gay character every June.
Oh, June, yeah. They always wait. We see their diversity characters pop up in their selected months, and that's it. And then we don't hear from them for the rest of the year. We would
and then they pass something back like, "Well, we did our job."
Yeah,
no, you didn't do your job.
Yeah. See, we're diverse. See,
Now, here's the thing. Like we've said this stuff before, and anytime we say this stuff, we can compare it to the other people.
Yeah.
Those guys, because all we're saying is that we want a fair shake. We're not saying, we don't want these people, or we don't want to. We just don't want a half-ass job on it because bad representation is more damaging than no representation.
Yes, and that's my thing. Going back to supporting indie creators is like, whenever I do see natives in Marvel, like native comic book characters in Marvel, DC, it's just
because it's an afterthought.
It's okay. It ain't that cool. Here's Echo, or here's Danny Moonstar. Like I'm reading the Danny Moonstar book and I'm struggling through it,
right.
on so many reasons. For one thing, I'm not into magic. I'm not into Harry Potter or Doctor Strange. It's not my thing. But but it feels like she's a sidekick in her own book. It's basically a magic spinoff, from the Magic series. So, but I'm struggling through that. So, like, whenever they do include Red Wolf or Warpath, it's just okay, So if I want to see, like, you go support, there's a plenty of Native American comic book creators that are out there that have their own characters that are telling Native stories that I want to see. I just go support them. And that's what I encourage everyone to do. Like, there's Black creators out there with their own books, doing their own stories and creating shit you want to see. Shit, you know what I mean? Instead of
even if you want to do indie, Image drops Black books all the time. Like we just talking about Bitterroot.
Oh yeah, Bitterroot was awesome.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia is awesome.
Yeah, so there's books out there.
Yeah. Yeah, Earth Divers. Excuse me. Get a drink. Yeah, there's plenty of indie authors that are from BIPOC authors.
Right.
BIPOC creators out there doing books. You don't got to wait for the big two to give you a handout. That's what it feels
and let's be honest, the books that they're putting out, the big two could never do.
Yeah.
They could never pull these books off. That's it. So you're gonna get this from an indie creator. Because they don't have those shackles, they don't have the range, they don't have to worry about synergy with the movies. It's like they just make it and just do whatever they want.
Yeah. And the fact that you said like Zatanna is being written and drawn by a Black creator.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. Like, she got a job or they got a job on a book that's not just specifically a Black character.
Right.
I mean,
Dwayne McDuffie was writing Justice League.
Yeah, that would be the goal. It's like, okay, we're gonna get a Native American artist and writer to do a Native character book.
Yeah. Funny thing enough.
Why don't you get him to write the X-Men or something? You know what I'm saying?
John Singleton wanted to direct X-Men. Marvel wouldn't even meet with him. Like, no, that's like, because he was a huge, like John Singleton was a comic head. He was like, y'all just pigeonholed me into I can only do Boys in the Hood and Baby Boy shit like that. No, I want to do the superhero shit too. He wanted to do he had Black Panther in his hand in the 90s. When they take that away, he was like, okay, let me do X-Men. They're like, no, we don't want you. Like you just can't be pigeonholed like that. Like what makes Bryan Singer more qualified than John Singleton? Oh. Not really. I feel like they should be in the same boat. Well, we're not gonna talk about all the bullshit.
We ain't going down that road.
We're not going down that road. I'm just saying that he should be in the same conversation as that where you talk about who to pull, but don't even want to meet with them. Come on, man. That's fucked up. Or when you do something, it's the stuff that Anthony Mack was talking about. Like, you got all these Black stuntmen and stuff like that. You got all these Black, people behind the scene like that. The only time you ever see them is when they're making a Black Panther movie. They got all these other Marvel movies, but you never see them then until they're making that.
Yeah. Like I was watching The Boys.
Yeah.
And I can't confirm or deny this, but I'm watching The Boys and they had that one white dude in the headdress pop up, War Chief or something. And I'm like, okay. And I get it's The Boys. They're making they make fun of shit. It's a satire. They're just making fun of shit. It's a parody. I get it. Here's the white guy in the Native headdress. They're poking fun at Native racism and all that shit. I get that. But I'm like, did you have a Native actor in any of these? In the whole entire series, was there any Natives on the crew?
Right.
Was there a Native janitor on the set? Like, did you I know you're patting yourself on the back for being an ally and recognizing this issue in the Native community, but did you throw us a bone at all?
Right.
Like, could you hire at least one Native on the crew or an actor in any of the whole 5 seasons of that show? And it's shit like that we're like, I get it. Yeah. The shit we're always calling back. That's sort of pandering, that doesn't really go anywhere. And that's
like anytime we say it, we sound like the other guys.
Yeah, like Gohorty. They made up this like Gohorty on What If.
Right.
She's basically a god. She can create. She's basically a world breaker. She's
right.
You know what I mean? She's Omega level. Yet she's the comics I've seen her in. She's like chasing Loki through the multiverse and like, I would much rather see stories about her stopping colonization and exploring that whole idea, but we don't. We got, we don't get to see any of that. And,
wait, didn't she wipe it out on her universe?
On her, but they never went back. We never saw any of that, And that's what I want to see, But when you don't hire, the talent from your selected demographic or minority group that you're trying to represent or pander to, you don't get that experience. You don't get that perspective, So, and that's kind of what I'm tired of seeing, what we're tired of seeing.
Right.
So Yeah, I want to see more shit. I want to see more diversity and more representation, but just not half-ass representation.
Right.
You know? So,
Which is an afterthought. That's why I want to be an ongoing book, because if it's a book, or we're gonna put out 5 issues, or we'll give you a one shot, they don't put thought in that shit. They just put it out there, and if it does something, fine. If it doesn't do anything, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So I almost think, also, I hate to say it, we know they made that whole, like, they outlawed or banned DEI or some shit like that. Now they really don't give a shit. That's what I feel like. I feel like at one point, I feel like they were obligated to do it. Like, okay, let's throw somebody in there. But now they, they made all this management like that. Like, oh, well, now we got to try. We ain't going to bother trying this shit now.
Yeah, and that's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other thing. I think we're going down the rabbit hole. But
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, can we talk about comic books now?
Let's do it. I'll get back into character.
Okay.
I'll be back to being the sidekick now.
Okay. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and start the comic books. I think I'm joking. Eli, I only got one book. I know you did the same.
I had to struggle to get one more than one.
I had to struggle. And I was like, should I do an old one? I don't even feel like doing that. Let's just one book and be done with it.
Well, I can just do one book too. I don't need to do both.
One book and one book. That's it. Hey, I'm fine with that. Yeah. So we're gonna do what we got here.
Am I going first?
Batman number. What is?
Wait,
this?
you're doing this?
I ain't got shit else.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna. Okay, yeah. And this is your one book. You do it, and then I'll do my other book.
Yeah, I know you read it. You can help me out with it. So
okay.
Yeah. You can fill in the blanks because I kind of been keeping up with the book, but I really haven't keeping up with the book. So some of the stuff I'm be like, what's going on again? So you can kind of help me out through that one. What we got here? Let me throw this thing up. Boom, and then do that. And then this.
Batman number 10.
Batman number 10. Like I said, I've been kind of keeping up with it, but we're going to keep the story going, keep the party going, keep going on this. Let me see.
Matt Fraction.
Yeah, he is doing his book. I think I done fucked up. Anyway, let me do something.
Yeah, fresh off of Monsterverse, or what's it? The Legacy Monster. What's it called?
Was he on it? Was he doing it?
Yeah, he was one of the writers and creators on it, wasn't he?
Really?
What's that show called again? Monsterverse or Monarch?
He was on it?
Yeah, he was like one of the creators and writers and producers and shit. Yeah.
Well, shit. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I take you didn't watch the credits, huh?
I didn't. Once that shit was over, I cut that shit off fast. Anyway, Batman number 10. We're gonna talk about it. Like I said, Vandal Savage is hunting down the Bat family, and Batman is here, still doing shit. So yeah, let's get to it. So, get out of there. All right. So the book starts off with. I know you read it, so you can kind of help me out what's going on with this one. So yeah. So the book starts off with them talking about basically what happened in the last book, and Damon is on the phone with Stephanie telling her, yeah, we burnt down Wayne Manor. Been around since 1939, gone. That's out here.
Yeah.
And Vandal Savage is like laughing his ass. So he was like, I got their ass on the run, thinking they out of here. So yeah, but he was like, trust the process. So he's on every camera he could talk about, telling how he's got Batman on the run. They didn't raid all of his raids, shit like that. They just stole his hard drives. We know everything. We're going to crack his hard drive, find everything about the Bat, and basically just people walking around. He's walking around in Gotham PD, and he sees Gordon. Because, he arrested Barbara last issue. So he let Gordon see if he say something. Gordon just looks at him.
Yeah, last issue, Vandal Savage and the GCPD busted all the Bat, found a bunch of bunkers and hideouts for the Bat family and arrested Barbara. Now she's in jail.
Now she's in jail, like the super max prison, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what do we got here? And he was like, oh, you gonna say, see, basically he punked out Gordon, just kept walking like, good, I'm glad he didn't say shit. Meanwhile, I go to look at Tokyo. Now, this is where I get confused, Eli, on this part right here, because I remember shit was going on with this one. That dude, the Minotaur. Well, not him. But he's basically having a funeral, and that guy is a Minotaur. And he hands him a pair of glasses. Because he's like, because basically, I think the Minotaur killed his daughter or wife, whoever at the funeral he's at, the Minotaur killed him. He's like, why should I kill you right now? Because open the glasses, you found out why you shouldn't kill me. And so he opened the glass, and he opened the package, set of glasses, and we found out who the glasses belong to. Hugo Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Hugo Strange was going to war with that guy that's at the funeral right now. So the Minotaur decided to send his men in there to take his ass out. And Hugo Strange sent his monster man in there. They got to take it out, blast their ass. Hugo Strange tried to sneak out. run, but he runs directly into them, trying to turn around. The guy's behind him, and down goes Hugo Strange. Mm-hmm. Hugo Strange is dead. Like the fuck? Okay. Yeah.
According to him. Yeah.
According to him, he was like, yes, he bled out. So basically, since Hugo Strange going to war with that guy, he was like, I took care of it for you. So that's kind of payback for killing your daughter, like that. So we even Steven now, I guess. So yeah, that's it. So meanwhile, Bruce Wayne's is that because I don't know, whatever. Basically, Bruce Wayne has bodyguards following him everywhere he goes. And they're basically having a shareholder meeting, basically saying like basically they're shutting down, I guess, the Arkham Tower like that. They're shutting down, I guess, And that crazy ass doctor, she's up to something.
Yeah, she's got that drug. Yeah, this is all that other plot line about the drug and like they tried killing her and all that. And yeah.
Okay, yeah. So basically the drug that she was using to do whatever, they want to use that drug for military applications. And I guess what that would do, and then they say they do it, they'll make billions, and he throws the iPad like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't care about money. And basically saying like, you can't just say you don't care because Wayne or, the Wayne company is a public held company. So we have to, take care of the shareholders. So we kind of have to do this. It ain't just, you just do whatever the fuck you want to do, And he just basically saying like, we got enough money, we can do whatever we want. And then in the middle, he starts blanking out because he starts thinking about the Minotaur. He be chasing the Minotaur for like last time. He like, okay, I finally understand the Minotaur. He's not just a regular, criminal where all he cares about is, taking over turfs like that. No, he wants to treat Gotham like an asset to acquire. So he's not crazy. He's not a psycho. He's a capitalist, the worst of the supervillains. So yeah. So Alfred's like, and Alfred, okay, is he a hallucination or is he an AI?
He's a hologram. Yeah, he's basically like Jarvis.
Okay, all right. So he's not imagining this.
No.
Can anybody else see him? But
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, Alfred just fucking us like that. Okay, so fine, he's a capitalist. Like, so basically, what we're gonna need to do is follow the money. We're gonna get search all night. We're gonna follow, account records and shit like that, and and Batman like, we ain't doing that shit. This ain't the type of comic book. We're not gonna sit here and investigate all that.
You know what? I thought of that shit when I was reading that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. Like, no, we're not gonna do this shit.
Because that's another critique we've had about Batman. Is like, okay, Batman, Bruce Wayne could do a lot more better than Batman beating up folks in the hood.
Because it'd be easier to just follow the money of where the Minotaur's going. But like, nah, listen.
Who wants to read a book about Bruce Wayne raising, fundraisers and charities?
Or even hunting down account records and shit. We don't want to read that shit.
Yeah.
Like, nah, fuck that shit, man. I'm gonna go beat some ass and shit like that.
And that's what he does.
Yeah, that's what he does. So yeah. So he just puts on the mask, run after because, like you said, because Vandal Savage still hunting down everything he did and shit like that. So yeah, so he goes in there. Stopping crime, beating ass like that. Meanwhile, Vandal Savage is on the news saying how he's got Batman on the rope, shit like that.
He's on a press tour, like talking how he took down Batman and shit.
Right, yeah. Gordon getting shot at and shit like that. And then next thing you know, they not getting shot at because Batman already beat their ass like that. He's up there and shit. It's like that. Flying through the air, going to the Diamond District. He goes to the Narrows at Miller Harbor. I love it when they give a shout out to the creators, Frank Miller. So yeah, the Iceberg Lounge whoops their ass, shit like that. So yeah, Upper East Side, and then he goes to, and he keeps putting these little safe boxes all over the town where he's at and shit like that. Yeah. So and then he goes to Alleytown, where Catwoman is at, and I really don't know where their relationship is at right now because I don't know if she's been in the Matt Fraction books yet, but in the Zdarsky book, they didn't leave on a good term.
No, I'm getting it because I'm reading. Okay, Absolute Detective. I think she may have popped up, but I don't know. They're all blending together right now, but it's cool.
Like their relationship right now, where are they standing right now? Because just all they did is just look at each other, and
go, "What up?" Like basically.
Yeah, and then just took off.
And then they just take off. And
it's like that. So basically, like out of all the 30-something safe houses that they cracked down, they found all the Batman's hard drives in his safe houses, but 6 of them were dipped in acid because Barbara made sure to do them. So they only rescued 1 of them, but it had a description on it, and he's just now decrypting the hard drive to get into it. And then that's when the lights go off, and apparently Batman either took the hard drive or destroyed the hard drive, whatever. So yeah, and yeah, so and then Barbara.
I thought did he take it? I thought the power just went out.
Obviously, he made the power out.
Yeah, obviously. But I didn't know I didn't know that he took the power or the hard drive.
Either he took it or he just destroyed it. Like whatever it is, is they can't.
Basically, they can't access it because there's no power.
Yeah, they can't access it. So yeah. So now, they get a phone. So not a phone call, but they get a message from Barbara. Basically, she recorded the message before they broke in and took her.
Before she got arrested.
She basically telling them to trust the process. Don't come in and rescue me. This is all going according to plan. I'm where I need to be. Don't come get me.
We prepared for this.
Yeah,
we had Batman. This was a prep time. We had all this prep time.
He prepped time for this shit. Yeah. So then he gets a news reporter what's going on like that, and he's basically pissed off like that. And all those safe boxes that they open up, because apparently Barbara helped Batman with this thing right here. And all safe boxes open up and shit start popping out like little drones. I guess stuff like pop out. Yeah. And what it is the new. Hold up. Here we go. Come on.
Here we go. The big reveal.
Bam. The new bat signal.
Yep. Out of a bunch of drones.
Out of a drone. So hold on, because it's gonna be the money shot right here. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. The end. So no longer a spotlight, anything like that. Drones flying in the air like that. Something that Vandal can't say. So basically, he's trying to prove to Vandal Savage. Hold on, let's put this on here. So yeah, he's trying to prove to Vandal Savage, you're not in control of the city. I'm in control of the city. All this bullshit you did, you can't stop me. Because I'm Batman. Yeah. So that's it. So yeah. So Batman's whooping ass the whole book. I guess he'll do all that forensics, searching for the accounts like that in between books when we're not paying attention.
Yeah.
That's what they're
there'll be an exposition dump on a page or two.
Yeah. When we open the book, he's like, oh, I found out where the records are coming from. So so he'll save us from all that bullshit. So So I like it. The one thing I like about Matt Fracture's run is that Gotham feels alive. Gotham feels like its own place. Like you can visit Gotham, like this, like he keeps naming all the citizens like that. And a few of these streets he's named before, and they're exactly how they were.
He's always been good at pacing.
Yeah,
like how he paces a comic, which is why it's so sad. Why Monarch was so fucking boring.
Right. He should have made it a comic. That's what it is. Maybe we
should have made it a comic.
I think it's just our bias talking, but still. But overall, I'm still getting the book a 3.5 out of 5 because it still felt like filler.
It's a filler issue. It was supposed
It's a filler issue, but it's cool. I had fun with it. So I'm having fun with the world that Fracture's built. It's Batman. We know Batman, but I'm just feeling this world that Batman.
I'm sure by issue 12 is going to be the big giant finale because when you think about the trade, this is issue 10.
Yeah.
So the big fight's going to start next issue, and then it's going to end on 12.
And I like how he just killed Hugo Strange like nobody gives a shit.
Does anybody ever give a shit?
I just say you think that'd be a big deal. It's like nobody cares. Yeah. Like that would be like the last panel or some shit like that. Like the mayor of Gotham got the last panel when he got killed. Hugo Strange got killed in the middle of the book and nobody gave a shit. Anyway, moving on past that. What else you got?
Well, it's Jeff. The Jeff the Shark.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like it was a light week, man. There was like nothing I was into, nothing I was reading. Like
I could find. I'm glad you found this because I couldn't find anything.
I was like, I don't know what to read. There was nothing else. Nothing on my pull list came out.
I'm trying to think. Was this like the 5th week? The 5th week is always some shit.
But this is the first week, right?
But it came out on Wednesday of last week.
But that was June
this
3rd,
week. What's
right?
today? Sunday? Monday?
It came out like June 3rd or June 2nd or some shit.
Oh yeah. So why does this week suck so bad?
I don't know. Yeah, like none of the books that I'm reading came out this week.
That's a mystery.
Yeah. So I read Jeff the Shark. It's Jeff or Brand New Week or something. It's so it's Jeff the Shark, everybody's favorite new Marvel character.
Because they're Marvel rivals and
Marvel rivals and shit. Yeah, and it's basically Jeff the Shark on Coney Island. He's at the beach. He's at, and what's that? Ken, that little octopus. What he's not an octopus. He's a
Kevin, I think.
Ken or Kevin? Okay. Is it Ken or I think it's Ken.
I'm not open my Jeff Landshark lore. So yeah.
Oh hey, thanks for listening.
Do I know this person? Let me see.
Going to sleep. Just thought I'd stop by. Good night.
The Windows guy.
Thanks for checking us out.
Shout out to you. I don't think he's been here before, but okay.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Okay.
So yeah, Jeff the Shark, brand new leak. He's at Coney Island with Ken, the little not
jellyfish
octopus, or septopus or something. I think that's what he's called. He's not an actual octopus. I think he's got 6 arms. So is that sept? Yeah, I think it's septopus. Anyways, they're at Coney Island. They're riding rides. They're playing games. They're winning prizes and shit. At one point, they get captured actually. And they put in a tank or whatever, and then they escape. And he uses that little infinity stone to grow like arms and shit. And then he
just has an infinity stone.
Yeah, and I think that's what's an infinity stone.
Okay.
He pops it and he grows a bunch of arms and shit, and then wins a bunch of prizes. And then that's where Ken shows up. And there's a bunch of chapters. So there's like 7 days, and they go on. Like I said, they go out to Coney Island, winning prizes. They get captured by, I don't know if they're like for the aquarium or something. But they escape. But then they need to, Ken is going to dry out, so he needs to get put in water. So Jeff had to go get him a fishbowl and shit. That's kind of all it was. It's just Jeff the Shark being cute. So just fun, dumb, stupid fun. It's Jeff the Shark. He's cute. And that's all that fucking matters. It's fucking cute.
And that's all it needs to matter. So,
yeah, it put a smile on my face. Okay, cool. I didn't have to, deep dive in anything. It's just Jeff the Shark being all fluffy and fuzzy wuzzy and
I'm just not realizing. Yeah, I just realized we reviewed Jeff the Land Shark's first appearance.
Did we?
We did. We didn't know who he was at the time.
Was that in the Avengers? Was it the Avengers book?
It was West Coast Avengers.
West Coast
number
Avengers.
1. Where they had some crazy ass land sharks they were fighting for no reason whatsoever. They showed up and then they just took one.
Oh, wasn't he created by MODOK or some shit? Is that his?
Well, not MODOK, Brodok.
Or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, some weird things. So, and they just took him. And I think Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, I think she just took him.
Oh, yeah. Kate, yeah. So, yeah, it would be the West. Yeah, Kate Bishop.
Yeah, and I think she just said, I'm just calling him Jeff. And that was it. I didn't think anything about that book, anything past that. And then now we're here. But we reviewed it on this podcast. That's the crazy thing about it. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, and then there's like some bonus stories in the back where Elsa Bloodstone he's with them, and then there's another one with Gwenpool and Deadpool where Gwenpool gives Jeff to Deadpool because Gwenpool is afraid that he's gonna die in her book because her book keeps getting canceled.
Because she's fourth wall breaking.
Because she's fourth wall powered or whatever. Yeah. So she knows she's in a comic. So she's like, yeah, here, take this. I don't want anything to happen to him. They keep canceling my book. So here, take him, and you always get a book, Wade. So here, take him and you take care of him. So Deadpool takes Jeff out for ice cream. Like I said, it's cute. That's all it is. They go out and get ice cream. It's Jeff the Shark, whatever.
That's all it needs to be. So yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. 5 out of 5. Fuck it.
Fuck it. It's Jeff the Land Shark. So yeah.
Jeff the Land Shark. Everybody's new favorite Marvel character.
I'm gonna find that review, Eli.
Retro review, West Coast Avengers.
We've already done it. I'm gonna find
the first appearance of Jeff the Shark.
First appearance of Jeff the Land Shark. I'm gonna find it. And Brodok.
I bet you that book's like a fucking $5,000 now.
Right.
GC9 or whatever.
You never know. You never know.
What is it? Not CDC. CGC?
CGC, yeah.
CGC
Comics
9.
grade or something.
Yeah, CGC 9. $500,000. It's the first appearance of Jeff.
All right. So like I said, if you listen to this long, definitely let me hit that little button. Definitely like, share, subscribe. Look at the graphics. Yeah. Like I said, next week we'll come up with something else. I don't know, but we'll figure something out. We'll go from there. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.